What if your financial reality isn't, solely about the hours you clock or the budget you meticulously plan? What if it's about an invisible code, maybe a kind of mental blueprint laid down in your mind when you were just a child? Pretty provocative thought, isn't it?
It really is.
Because some dates, our sources suggest, are more than just marks on a calendar. They're presented as these energetic portals, windows of opportunity or maybe challenge.
Exactly. And today we're taking a deep dive into a really intriguing concept. That August 23rd, under the celestial event known as the Black Moon, opens one of the most powerful of these portals. Now, this isn't just an astronomical observation in the material we've looked at. It's described as a rift in reality that, according to our source, can either break the chains of scarcity or, maybe more alarmingly, lock them even tighter.
Right, so a very specific date with potentially huge implications. The insights for this particular deep dive, they come from some truly captivating material, specifically a YouTube channel called Beyond the Brain. They explore these hidden codes, ancient wisdom, and offer a perspective on a reality that is, well, certainly unconventional.
Definitely unconventional. So our mission for you today is really to unpack these claims from their source material. We're not here to endorse or, refute Beyond the Brain's perspective, but to help you understand their unique interpretation of financial reality. We'll explore how ancient cultures viewed this enigmatic black moon, how our minds might unknowingly be programmed for scarcity from an early age, and even a remarkably simple ritual they propose to potentially shift the frequency of your life forever.
Okay, so get ready to explore a viewpoint on money and abundance that steps pretty far outside conventional understanding. It offers you maybe a shortcut to understanding what might just be an overlooked yet powerful factor in your financial reality. And what if your bank account has been giving you the silent treatment? Beyond the Brain suggests it might not be banks, but a cosmic program. So let's unpack. So with that intriguing introduction, let's dive deeper. What makes this particular black moon on August 20th so significant according to Beyond? Our sources suggest it's not like other lunar phases at all. It's described as the moon that doesn't shine, hides, that basically vanishes. To many people, it's just barely. But what did ancient cultures make? Beyond the Brain refers to it portal. Are they speaking metaphoric, or does their philosophy suggest something more literal, like an energetic gateway?
That's a good question. Within their framework, it seems to be presented more as an energetically charged temporal window, a moment when, they claim, the spiritual and subconscious realms are unusually receptive, rather than, say, a physical rift in space-time. What's fascinating is that ancient cultures, from Babylon to the Celtic Druids, they didn't just dismiss this hidden moon. They often considered it sacred, a moment when the cycle ends, when the page is wiped clean and everything can be rewritten. It's described as the moon of the hidden, of what cannot be seen, the moon of deep change that takes root below the surface. In that darkness, apparently there are no distractions, making it, they believe, the perfect moment to face what holds you back.
Okay, so more than just an absence of light. It's a kind of blank slate moment.
Yeah.
How does Beyond the Brain connect this cosmic reset button to our personal financial lives? Because they claim your relationship with money is just a replay of these inherited codes, hidden beliefs repeating in your unconscious like an endless echo. There's never enough. Money is dangerous. You have to suffer to earn it. Things like that.
Right. And this is where the deeper implication of August 23rd and the Black Moon comes in, according to the source. The material claims this date offers a chance to shut that program down. Now, an intriguing and perhaps a controversial claim from Beyond the Brain is that this understanding of energetic cycles, particularly the Black Moon, has supposedly been consciously exploited by certain elites to maintain control. They suggest these powerful individuals actively move the energy of millions towards fear and scarcity to sustain a system that benefits only.
That's a bold assert. Does the source offer any maybe counter-arguments or acknowledge other views on why these societal messages might exist? Or is it presented just like that?
Not explicitly in the material we reviewed, no. It positions this knowledge as something not taught in schools or universities, but allegedly guarded in secret circles precisely because, and this is their framing, the elites know the Black Moon is the perfect portal to move the energy. They use it to reinforce their control. You can use it to wake up. So it suggests a deliberate
system rather than just, organic societal development. And this is where the source connects the Black Moon cycle, vanishing and returning to the flow of money itself, seeing money as an energy in motion, rising, falling, vanishing, returning. Just as the Black Moon marks the death of one lunar cycle to make room for the next, it can also, according to Beyond the Brain, mark the death of your old scarcity programming and the birth of abundance. It's presented as a complete reset.
Exactly. And within their framework, the idea is that these elites don't just move money, but they move energy. Specifically, as they put it, the energy of millions vibrating in fear, in debt, in lack. This vibration is then supposedly harvested and manipulated to sustain a system built on keeping most people trapped in scarcity. However, the black moon also offers the opposite, a crack in the calendar where the mind can reset and a new code can be planted. This idea of a societal harvesting of fear is, well, it's a pretty dramatic claim, but it's central to their narrative of why this knowledge is supposedly so vital.
Right, so August 23rd isn't just another day in this view. It's presented as this pivotal moment when the veil lifts, giving you the chance to rewrite your financial destiny. And crucially, not through endless grind or working longer hours, but by reprogramming your inner freak. Money, the source states, is only a reflection of conscience, and the black moon is the mirror where that conscience side. Keep repeating the old story, or dare to start a new one. It's positioned as both an introduction and really a warning. Now let's talk about this scarcity programming our sources refer to. The idea is that nobody is born believing the world is limited. A child, according to this view, doesn't know about debt or bills. Their nature is abundant. They ask for, see, or expect, but then something happens.
This is where the source material claims the real chain begins. Children are told that asking for too much is selfish, that wanting wealth is, dangerous ambition, that money doesn't grow on trees. These messages, it says, seep in like sweet poison from the earliest years, forming the programming of scarcity. You hear them at home. You can't afford that. We can't buy this. That's too much of a luxury. In school, if you don't study, you'll end up poor. Even sometimes in sermon, it's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle. You know the one.
That's a powerful point. Can you give a specific everyday example of how such a seemingly innocuous phrase might actually contribute to this deep-seated scarcity programming? Because it sounds like this goes beyond just simple budgeting advice.
Well, imagine a child who can't afford that night, or maybe stronger. Money is the root of all what? Over time, build up desired wealth. This then man of consciously said, perhaps creates wall, block, and settle on is that these aren't carefully designed.
Wow. So if we connect this to the bigger picture, the source makes this really bold claim. Scarcity is not natural, it's programmed. In nature, everything flows in cycles of abundance. A tree doesn't wonder if it has the right to bear fruit. A river doesn't calculate how much water it can give. Only humans, it states, live under the illusion that there's not enough for everyone. And this illusion turns into reality because it gets stamped deep into your mind. This resonates with so many experiences, doesn't it?
You know, it does make you think about those times when maybe you finally get a raise and almost immediately an unexpected expense just pops up. Beyond the brain would likely argue that's not just bad luck, but your subconscious wiring reinforcing that something is always missing, belief you picked up somewhere.
Right. Like you get ahead, then something pulls you back.
Exactly. How many times have you worked harder only to find the money still wasn't enough or got that raise? And like clockwork, something came up, a debt, a repair, a surprise expense that just swallowed it all. Our sources claim that's not luck or coincidence. That's the programming. Your unconscious is wired, essentially, to prove the belief that something is always.
That's a fascinating way to look at it. It shifts the responsibility, or at least the mechanism, from purely external forces to an internal. This perspective suggests a very deliberate, systematic approach to maintaining a status quo through these ingrained beliefs. It's a bold assertion.
It is. And the source argues that this isn't harmless. It's presented as a tool of control. A society trapped in scarcity, the thinking goes, is a society that's easy to manipulate. People don't fight for freedom when they're busy fighting just to survive. And when the mind is stuck in that survival mode, it has no room to wake up. That's the core argument presented.
So what does this all mean for August 23rd then? How does that specific date tie in? According to Beyond the Brain, during the black moon, the perfect crack opens up to break that chain. Not because you'll suddenly stumble upon money lying on the ground, but because you'll finally see the root of the programming and choose to rewrite it. The darkness of that moon isn't an empty void in this view. It's presented as a mirror, reflecting every scarcity message planted inside you.
And this is where the mystery, or maybe the opportunity, reveals itself. If someone or some system programmed you to live in lack, you can also reprogram yourself to live in abundance. But there's a price. You'll have to question everything you've believed about money, work, and effort. This isn't just presented as a ritual. It's framed as an act of rebellion against the system that taught poor. It's not just personal, beyond. The brain frames this ritual as an act of spiritual rebellion, implying a conscious defiance against those societal norms and inherited beliefs. The ones that, in their view, deliberately keep individuals realize abundance.
That's a powerful idea. Okay, so we've explored the cosmic window of the black moon and uncovered this alleged blueprint of scarcity embedded in our mind. Now let's turn to the proposed moment of liberation, what Beyond the Brain calls the most dangerous and most liberating part, how to break it. And apparently it doesn't take big speeches or complex theories. It takes something as simple as a piece of paper on the night of the black moon.
Yeah, it might seem almost naive, right? This idea of a simple ritual to break chains you've carried all your life. But the source says that's precisely where its power lies. The unconscious, it claims, doesn't really process long explanations or logical arguments. It responds to symbols. And writing is presented as one of the most powerful symbolic acts a human being forms. Every word you put on paper becomes, in this view, an invisible contract, an energetic command that imprints both your mind and, potentially, the world around you.
So on August 23rd, when the black moon darkens the sky, you'll have the chance to make that contract. The process sounds simple, but demands honesty. On one sheet of paper, you write down every scarcity phrase that marked you, the ones you heard at home, at school, maybe in religion. Pull them out of your mind, trap them on the page. That's how you unmask the program, according to them.
Exact. Then on another sheet, you write what you choose to plant instead. Abundance, freedom, flow, prosperity, whatever not from a place of desperation, they stress, but with the certainty that these qualities already exist in your field, just waiting. The ritual isn't completed in one of two ways. You can burn the scarcity paper, releasing its energy into air, or you could bury it, so it decomposes and returns to the earth. The abundance paper you can keep hidden or maybe carry with you as a reminder of your track.
What's fascinating here is that the magic, according to the source, isn't really in the paper itself. It's in syncing with the black moon. That night, there's no reflect, no visible light, only a blank space waiting to be filled. It's as if the universe says, your page is blank. Write the story you want to live. Many listeners might be wondering, why do people often dismiss rituals like this? Just wave them off.
Well, the source actually anticipates that. It admits people might smile, roll their eyes, say it's just symbolic. And they're right, it is symbolic. But what they forget, according to Beyond the Brain, is that symbols are the keys that open the unconscious. And the unconscious, in this view, decides your reality long before your rational mind ever. So whether one believes in the specific cosmic power of the black moon or not, the act of identifying limiting beliefs and consciously committing to new ones through a symbolic action like writing and burying, well, that's actually a recognized self-help technique for personal transformation. It provides a tangible step towards mental liberation, regardless of the cause.
Right. So August 23rd isn't just some random date in this context. It's presented as the moment you can either stay trapped in the scarcity program or reprogram your mind to vibrate, as they say, like a magnet for abundance. It's a striking image, that idea of constantly chasing money when we could be the magnet. It certainly challenges our conventional wisdom about effort and reward.
It absolutely does. Our source describes money as a river. Can't grab it with your hands, it just slips away. Can't force it to move faster or up turbulent. The river flows naturally toward the open channel, toward the vibration that's aligned. That's the metaphor.
Okay, the river metaphor. I get that.
And here's what Beyond the Brain calls the big deception. They made us believe we had to chase after money, when the real key is to become the channel, the magnet, the vibration that abundance naturally flows.
And when Beyond the Brain talks about vibration and frequency, what exactly do they mean by that? Is it like a scientific term they're using or something more metaphysical?
That's a good clarifying question. The source's concept of vibration seems to refer to the unique energetic signature of an individual's thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, which in their view acts like a magnet, attracting corresponding experiences into their life. It's definitely less about a scientific measurement we could put a number on, and more about a holistic, energetic state of being.
Got it. So connecting this to the bigger picture.
Right. The idea is that everything in the universe is frequency. Your body, your thoughts, your emotions, all wave, and each wave attracts its match. If your vibration is filled with fear, debt, and lack, that's exactly what shows up in experience. If your vibration is rooted in trust, openness, and gratitude, the river starts flowing your way. Not because the universe is rewarding your positive attitude, but because that's just how the invisible laws of reality work, according to their philosophy.
And this is where the black moon's power hits hardest, according to the source. That night is presented as a 0 point, an energetic void where you can essentially reset your frequency. When you burn the paper of limiting beliefs and write a new contract with abundance, you're recalibrating your vibration, tuning your personal wave to the frequency of flow.
And abundance, the source makes clear, isn't just measured by the balance in a bank. It's measured more in the quality of your energy. You can apparently have piles of money and still live in scarcity, always chasing, always feeling it's not enough. Or you can have fewer material resources and still live in abundance, drawing opportunities, connections, and maybe even miracles into your life. The question they pose is, which vibration do you choose to live in? Because August 23rd isn't just a ritual date in this framework. It's presented as a cross, a moment when the universe holds up that black mirror of the moon and says, scarcity or abundance. Keep repeating the old story or dare to write it.
So there you have it. According to the intriguing claims we've explored from Beyond the Brain, August 23rd, under the black moon, is presented as a crossroad, a moment where you can choose to stay trapped in scarcity or reprogram your mind to vibrate like a magnet for abundance.
Mm-hmm. And it's emphasized that, according to these sources, this isn't just some astronomical event, but a profound turning point. It's really an invitation to engage with a perspective that suggests your financial reality is maybe more malleable than you think, influenced by these hidden codes and energetic frequencies.
Okay, and here's a final provocative thought to leave you with, directly from the source material itself. Abundance isn't just about money, it's about power, opportunities, and connection. The choice to engage with this perspective on August 23rd isn't just a ritual, it's presented as an act of spiritual rebellion against a system that allegedly needs you to stay afraid, small, and blind to the fact that you create your own reality.
Right, and that idea of a collective spell of lack suggests that scarcity isn't just an individual mindset problem, but maybe a shared ingrained societal that unconsciously binds. Consider how your own actions might be aligned perhaps without, or if you're ready to defy that, start writing. What does it break spell of lack? What would that freedom actually like?